In a pound-for-pound, knockout, drag-out fight, who would win between Marvel's Hulk and Luther Hargreaves of the Umbrella Academy? Let's find out right now. Both of these giant men with incredible strength have much more lying within.
I'm ready.
Sure, they both have fists the size of truck tires, but there's much more beneath the surface. While Luther is definitely more than a giant ape, this point goes to Hulk. Beyond the green fits of rage, Bruce Banner is an absolute genius.
It's gotta be me.
Norman Osborn even mentions that Bruce is the 4th smartest being in existence.
You can do it.
Just missed the podium, but still, out of trillions, 4th ain't bad. Banner has invented defensive and travel technology beyond anyone else. Overall, it's a useful skill to be able to have at least part of you capable of outsmarting your opponent. The brains of Banner may be an advantage, but in order to gain access to them, the Hulk must take a considerably more vulnerable form. As a human, Bruce is susceptible to damage on the level of any normal human. It takes losing his temper and therefore his logic and reason to be able to compete with someone like Luther. Even before transforming into a giant ape man, Luther was stronger and more durable than just about anybody. There is no stage of being where Luther actually loses any power. Bruce can't say the same. Luther has definitely got it where it counts, and there are times when he is stronger than the Hulk, but that's because the Hulk's strength varies so much. It increases with anger, which also means that the Hulk's greatest potential far outmatches Luther. Luther can throw around cars like baseballs, but at his strongest, the Hulk has achieved such feats as lifting up mountains or shifting around the tectonic plates of the earth. He's cracked planets and tossed around gods like ragdolls. If the Hulk can get angry enough, there's no contest. The Hulk may be unpredictably strong, but unpredictability isn't always a good thing. There's a little thing called discipline that the Jolly Green Giant just so happens to be lacking. Luther, on the other hand, is basically a top-notch soldier. After Luther's brother Ben dies, his father sends Luther to the moon to monitor for extraterrestrial threats. Luther then remained there for decades, performing his duty and waiting for his father's next order. A mission like this would surely see the Hulk turn the moon into some gladiatorial arena. There is something to be said for a being who is so focused, a valuable quality in a fight. While the Hulk remains unpredictable, his physical feats just keep stacking up in his favor. Performing stunts that Luther could never hope to achieve definitely gives the Hulk an edge. His legs are so strong that he can cover huge distances with a single leap. Not only that, but his speed is such that he can reach Mach 5, ranking him among the quicker of Marvel heroes. He's like a linebacker who's faster than everyone. Child's brain or not, that's a serious advantage. There is something to be said for experience, and while Bruce Banner certainly has tons of it, Luther definitely has more. It's much more difficult to control your powers if they were acquired later in life. This is evident by the fact that Bruce still has trouble from time to time keeping the big green guy under control. Luther, however, has the advantage here. Just like his siblings, Luther was born with his powers. He and his siblings practiced mastering them from a young age. Luther outgrew any lack of control over his powers long ago. Sometimes you need a little instability in a fight. Sure, it can hinder the Hulk, but more often than not, it's a terrifying advantage. One of the Hulk's greatest attributes is that he comes in many forms. To name a few, there's the Immortal Hulk, a more reptilian version, Gravage Hulk, an amalgamation of the Savage and Grey versions, or the Dark Hulk, which is Hulk possessed by a demon. Then, of course, there's Professor Hulk, a combination of Bruce's human and Hulk personalities. Any one of them would spell trouble for Luther. An ability to command respect and a following can be a valuable asset in a fight.
You decide.
Perhaps your opponent will decide that joining you is better than trying to destroy you. There's very few who would want to follow the unpredictable Hulk into battle, but there are a great many more who would follow Luther Hargreaves.
Anyone makes a fat joke and I'm out of here.
As the leader of the Umbrella Academy, Luther has learned a degree of selflessness and strategy. He is logical and fair, and would gladly sacrifice himself for the greater good. That's a mindset that's hard to beat. Hulk is hiding one more valuable power that may just close the book on this one. You see, for the Hulk, death is not an option. He is nearly immortal, so much so that he can actually regenerate. Similarly, but nowhere near as efficient as someone like Wolverine. The Maestro, an evil alternate version of the Hulk, once even snapped the normal Hulk's neck, a move that would surely kill most. However, the Hulk was able to regrow and heal it rather quickly. He's taken some beatings from some powerful creatures, but he always gets back up. And that's why your obvious winner is the Hulk. The nobility and leadership combined with ape-like strength makes Luther someone most people wouldn't want to mess with. However, the Hulk just isn't most people. He's the perfect combination of brain and brawn, and a literal wrecking ball. There's no contest here.
We're good.
Win or lose, all I can say is I hope I was standing at least a good distance away to watch this all go down. While the big green guy may have taken it, I'm sure Luther put up a good fight. What do you think? If not Luther Hargreaves, who would be a good match for the Incredible Hulk?